And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Alright, welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Tom Vasel, and this is Melody, my daughter. And this is the first in the 6 series of 6 abstract games here, all from Maranda. We have Hexover, Trapex, Pathagon, Eternus, Abacan, and Quadify. Today we're going to be taking a look at Hexover. Hexover is a game that's on a hexagon and looks suspiciously like Othello. Let's take a look. Here's the board for Hexover, and it's kind of almost like a soft board, and the pieces are white and black. And when you look at this game, you're going to instantly think Othello, and you would be correct. What you're trying to do in this game is you're trying to get 5 of a row, and you have to get them in specific spots, from here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. There's 12 different rows, and you can see them marked with a line. This is the initial setup. Black has more pieces, but white makes the first move. On your turn, you must place one of your color pieces so that you can capture opponent's pieces. When you do that, that means you have one of yours on both sides of the row, at which point you turn over the pieces on the inside. Now, I guess I should mention one minor quibble here at this point, and that's that these pieces are kind of close together so that when you're turning over a row, it doesn't turn over as nicely as you'd want it to. The pieces, you're kind of sticking your fingers in there, and you have to be careful in that regard. Now, you can place pieces in these red areas, that's not a problem, but the whole point of doing that is so that you can capture pieces. Like right here, black just lost because white goes here, and now white has 5 in a row in that spot. Now, white, hopefully black wouldn't have made such a stupid move like that, but that's essentially how the game works. What you'll find is that you'll start clumped in the middle and you'll go. And just like regular Othello, the outside spots are very powerful because once you're in an outside spot, it's much more difficult for someone to convert your piece to their side. And so that's how you play. The first person to get 5 in a row is the winner, unless, of course, you run out of all the pieces, in which case then you count up how many of your color on the board, and whoever has the most of their color on the board wins the game. So, I guess a quick description of this would be Othello on a hexagonal grid where you're actually trying to get 5 in a row. Okay, what we're going to do in each of these is we're going to tell you what we think of the game, and then we're going to rank them in order from 1 to 6. So we're starting off with Hexover. And Hexover, I'm going to first compare it to Othello. Melody's never played Othello, but Othello is very similar to Hexover, except it's played on a square grid. And I like Othello. I've always thought it was interesting, although I think there's some obvious strategies, getting in the corners and so on. This adds a bit of flavor to that, and it's interesting. Like I said, my only problem was that the pieces, when you stuck your hands down to move them around, it was kind of annoying sometimes to move them. But it is a very beautiful production. That's something we'll say about all of them. But I'll pass it off to Melody. What did you think about this game?
Oh, it was really fun. I was kind of used to it because there was another game in a video game that was kind of like it. But I knew it really well, and playing it was fun, flipping over and beating my dad.
Or losing. Or beating me. Okay.
But it was a lot of fun. But the confusing part was that you only had to match them on the lines, which...
Well, I don't know that that's confusing, but it makes it more tricky, I suppose, in doing it. Okay, so out of the 6 games, what number is this one for you?
1.
Oh, this is Melody's favorite, and this would be my 4th favorite of the 6. It's a decent game. I enjoy it. It didn't offer a whole lot of new factors to it, and there's that little fiddly part detracted from what I might have liked more than that. But still, it's Melody's favorite, Hexover.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find the latest board game news at Dicetowernews.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Fun Again Games, the world's best game source. Fun Again Games has over 5,000 games available. Check them out at funagain.com.